Welcome to part two. When I left off, I was telling you in some cases it works out. Alright? There was a very famous transgender model back before Maury started doing that man or woman thing, which I completely got wrong every fucking time that I said it was a woman. It was actually a biological man. It was a cross-dresser, not a transgender person, just a cross-dresser. Some dude that got paid to look like a woman and do the lambada or whatever. Now, I got it wrong. I do not have gaydar. If that offends you, I'm sorry. I don't have it. I can't pick out a lesbian in the crowd. I can't pick out a homosexual male in the crowd. That's not what I'm built for. I'm built to fight. I can pick out a fairly decent fighter, and I can pick out someone who's mixed in a crowd. Other than that, no, not so much. Now, I think her name was Tula. She's probably the most famous transgender person other than the first female way back in the 40s or something who had the first sex change. Let's Google that really quickly. Let's attempt to Google that real quickly. Who was the first person to have a sexual changeover? I probably didn't say that correctly. Recalling the first sex change operation in history, German Israel insurance. No, because that says 2015. Who was the first person to ever have a sex change?
According to Britannica, Lily L., birth name Ina Wegener, Ina also spelled Egner, Danish painter who was assigned male at birth, experienced what is now called gender dysphoria, and underwent the world's first documented sex reassignment surgery.
Okay, so hopefully you guys got all that, because I sure as hell can't pronounce this fucking name that's before me. I'm going to spell it out for you, like I always do. Lilielbe. Birth name, Einarwegner. Born December 28th, 3 days after Christmas, 1882, Denmark. Died September 13th, 1931. All right. And had the thing called body dysmorphia, which is a real thing, y'all. Now, you go down here further, they've got some Kristen Jurgensen or something that died born 1926 and died 1989, was an American transgender woman who was first person to become widely known. Come on, damn it. It stopped at widely known. Widely known in the United States for having a sex reassignment surgery, and grew up in the Bronx, New York, shortly graduating from high school in 1945, drafted into the Army during World War II. After her military service, she attended several schools of working during this time. She learned about sex reassignment surgery, traveled to Europe, in Copenhagen, Denmark, obtained a special permission to undergo the series of operations beginning in 1952. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Actress and club singer were her occupations. Yippee fucking ki-yay. And here's what she looked like while we were there. Alright, so sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. But at the same time, you can't get mad at people like me who do not want to date transgender people. And by transgender people, me being a man, I do not want to date a transgender female who is biologically a man, even though they had the surgery. I have the right to know that. And you know, with now and all the technology, everybody Googling everybody and scoping up everything. But if you're just honest from the jump, it's not like we can't be friends. Because I would prefer honest friends than a lying lover. Sorry, you might not like what I said, but it's the truth. I would prefer an honest friend than a lying lover. You know why? Let me break it down for you. The woman I wanted to marry, she was not an honest friend. I can't say she was a lying lover, but if she loved me, these rings wouldn't be here. They would have been on her finger. But she didn't. Enough said. But she also wasn't woman enough to tell me why we broke up. Outside of relationships overrated, you can't come see me anymore. Cool. We could have had a sit down talk. Nope, that was too much like the right thing to do, which is what most people in America suffer from, the fuck you, I do what I want syndrome, versus it's not the right thing to do, so we're just gonna just like fuck it. No, do the right thing. You have less problems. You have less anxiety. You'll have less people trying to win you back with love songs and text messages that I wrote. Like 55 of those motherfuckers. 2 albums, actually. Anyway, if I could sing, I'd be rich off those albums right now. Especially with the Unconditional Love of Wedding Real Blues, which is like my first album. Which is like over there somewhere. Which is like, if I could sing, I would be rich. But I can't sing. You guys know that. Anyway, moving on. When you have these issues, and body dysmorphia, it is an illness. It is an illness that doesn't really have a cure, other than you getting the surgery. But then you have to prove to everyone now that you are 1,000% female. Even though your brain is a female brain and your body was a boy's body, the body's dysmorphia will fuck you up. And that does happen. They have proven that female brains have been put in male bodies from birth. It is an accidental glitch or something. It might not be something that your parents done. It might just be genetic. And you have to understand how this shit works. So again, shout out to the Alphabet Squad on that. Because they have the hardest lives that they have to live. Not being able to accept your body for what you see on the outside versus what you see in your head. Okay? I'm a very macho mixed man. But from now on, I'm going to be a very macho Native American. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. I couldn't do that Reservoir Dog thing if I wanted to. But anyway, I can be the peace sign from Hawaii. Was it that? Yeah. Spider-Man. Anyway, moving on. When it comes down to it, the bottom line is really simple. You have to be honest with people. You do. I don't have gaydar. You can be a very beautiful transgender. But if you've seen this video, then you know I'm not into that. No, I'm not going to know offhand. And no, their relationship is going to be great until the second I say, you want to have children. And you say, I can't have children. Now, you can hit me up with the disease about not having a uterus. Because you and I both know that there's no way in fucking hell I'm going to have the authority to talk to the doctor about that shit. Because doctor-patient confidentiality is a thing. No doctor that you go to will ever be able to tell me, your boyfriend, or me, your husband, the issues that you have going on inside your body. Madam Butterfly was a thing, y'all. Period. It was a real thing. A dude married to this woman who didn't have a vagina, wasn't a woman at all, and raised kids that she never really gave birth to. Madam Butterfly, go Google it. Go Google it. That's kind of one of the starts of these things and how this stuff happened. Alright? Then you have other issues. I could go to your parents. And your parents can be like, we disowned him. Or him, her. And that has also happened. There have been stories about that too. Where the transgender female has been completely operated on. And you would never know from top to bottom. All facial things never looked feminine from the jump. Just male body. Had the operation. When moved a new life. You find out who the parents are. Go talk to the parents and say, we don't have a daughter. We had a son. Here's the pictures. Face is still the same. No. Because they had a very pretty boy. It happens. In case y'all aren't up to speed on your Greek history, there was a very pretty human that was a boy who was prettier than all the women and prettier than all the men, and Zeus decided that child could not be on Earth. So he kidnapped him. I do not remember the name of that kid, but we can find out right now. Who was the pretty boy that Zeus decided he had to live in, wherever? Of course, this thing didn't do what I needed it to do. Let's try it again. What was the name of the pretty boy child that Zeus kidnapped because he was too pretty to be on Earth? No, I don't know who that is. This is not telling me diddly shit. This is bringing up actual abductions and kidnapping. Let's try to reword this shit again for Google. In Greek mythology, who was the very beautiful boy that Zeus said to come live on Mount Olympus? In Greek mythology, Ganymedes, I have no idea how to pronounce that, is a divine hero of the homeless of Troy. What in the hell? That's not the guy I'm looking for. Anyway, there is a kid in Greek mythology that was so beautiful that Google clearly doesn't know who the fuck he is. Or maybe Google does know who he is and I just haven't found the right goddamn words to see it. Okay, that is the I guess, because it says Ganymedes was the loveliest born of the race of mortals, and therefore the gods caught him away from themselves, be Zeus wine horror for the sake of his beauty, so he might be among the immortals. Alright, now the Greek myth and the motto of the Greek custom something romantic relationship between an adult male and an adolescent male. I have no idea what the fuck I'm reading, but Catamitus from the English word derives, according to Plato, was regularly accused of inventing myth because of justifying the natural, what the frack ever. Yeah. So yeah, there was a very pretty boy that Zeus didn't want the humans to keep, so he brought him up to Olympus. Somebody go fact check my shit, because Google sucks. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to end this video with this. Be safe out there. Don't lie to people that you are going to get involved in a relationship with, and keep your heads. Thanks for watching. Echo Fang Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Epic number 2. Be seeing you.